this morning?
Mira, yo. Un minuto de silencio.
How are you kind of assessing the weekend? It was obviously a positive race day for you last week. Is it going to be much the same around here?
Yeah, looking forward to Sunday, I think. Not so much to the race, actually. But yeah, it's going to be a good race here. It's always a nice track to come back to, and the history of Spa and the history of the track, it's one that you always enjoy driving in, and going through these kind of corners that give you a very special feeling. So yeah, looking forward to the race and to the match. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
The energy management, is it going to be a question of choices in the different sectors on the race on Sunday?
Energy is going to be really tricky. I think this track is a very specific one. It's one that at the beginning of the year was marked as one of the most tricky ones on energy. So yeah, we'll need to understand, but we know more or less how it works. It's just a way of deploying in a way that we can gain the most lap time possible.
I think you described Silverstone as sort of a damage limitation weekend in comparison kind of how you're up against racing bulls at the moment. In terms of this weekend, is that kind of be a similar situation, what you're kind of expecting around here?
Yeah, I mean, they've looked really strong in the last few weekends, scoring points, I think, with both cars in the last 4 races. So they've definitely done a good job, a better job than we've been able to do, you know, in the last couple of weeks. It's gonna be tough because they're very competitive. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but I think until we get this next batch of upgrades on the car, it's mainly gonna try to, you know, I don't like to say damage limitation, but try to take it race by race and make their life as hard as possible. We got a single point more in the championship, which we're gonna try to hold on to as long as we can. But yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one.
Will this be even more extreme here at Spa in terms of the energy offsets, potentially on track? And how do you get your head around that and strategize in advance of the race?
I think that's just you know, it's the 10th race of the season. We kind of know what to expect. It is gonna be different. I think in terms of you know, racing opportunities might actually not be such a bad thing. Feeling inside the car is different, but at the end of the day, you know, we still got X amount of corners where we'll have to drive as fast as we can. Yeah, there is a bit more thinking behind the driving we do and how to use the energy and do it in an efficient way. But I don't want to make Spa all about that, you know, sort of clipping and everything we're going to see this weekend. This is red shell, this is green shell. Let's go. We are in Spa, and I'm going to do a quick explanation of our steering wheel. So here it is. It gets quite busy on here, but this is the neutral button. Put the basically a gear in neutral. We got the boost button to get an extra deployment. We got the pit button, the radio. Yeah, ideally to use without screaming. We got the brake balance, minus, plus, if you want to go forward or rearwards. I use quite a lot all these type of like rotaries right there. So this for my diff entry. This is to set my diff mid, so middle of the corner, and then I got my diff exit right there. I got another diff specifically for high speed, so there's quite a lot of things we can do to balance the car out once we're out there. And there are actually hundreds of other functions. This is the multi-function, so each position has probably about 12 positions in themselves, so or even more. Like the FLB can go up to like over hundreds different settings. So yeah, it's quite busy out there. HPP for the engine, Stratis for the engine, anti-deploy to recharge the battery, box to confirm when we're boxing. Okay, is pretty obvious. I'm already tired of myself speaking that long, so you guys probably not watching, but for the one who made it till the end, this is it.